Welcome to part 19 of The Legend of Groose Skyward Sword.
I mean, I don't know what to say. I'm tired. Yeah, welcome to the Legend of Bruce. Yes.
Yeah.
And here we are talking to Link about what just happened.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
We chased after him after having him being so absent from Skyloft for so long. Like, I was wondering what the hell's going on. And since, he's after our bitch too. So like we want to.
Oh my god.
Bruce has no respect for women.
You know what? You know what that's called? That's called being a Sigma male.
There are no more barriers to cross.
I could respect women. That makes me a manly man.
Gets fucking arrested in Romania. What?
What color is your Bugatti?
The pizza box be like, my name is Walter Hartwell White. I live at 308 Negra Aurora Lane, Albuquerque, New Mexico. 87104.
I was expecting you to keep going.
And this is my confession. Yeah, no. If you're just tuning in, no, this game is not centered around Groose. No.
Not yet.
It's not.
That's not, no.
He's lying to you.
And there's no playable Groose section either. No.
He's lying to you. Look at the description. Look at the description of the video. He's lying to you. Ha! Gotcha.
I can change the description to anything I want.
Yeah, just make a little funny, okay? Okay, that's the whole point of this joke.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Just do a little funny, okay? That's why I said, "Ha, gotcha."
Ah,
Hilarious.
Yes.
What happened?
Your mom.
What the fuck? Are you fucking with me?
Actually, just a little bit. Half of it your mom, half of it your dad.
Wait a minute.
What the fuck?
I know. It's hard to understand. I know, but just bear with me.
Yeah,
Okay.
you definitely bared it for mom and dad, yeah.
I'm bearing all I can bear right now, man. Why are we here again? Never mind. I remember. Now.
Because
I remember.
the story.
The story.
Basically,
What the fuck is the plot?
Basically, this section specifically here in Grassland, you'll be coming to a lot of the time because it's a sacred, holy place, important for the plot.
Oh, that was important.
Catch a bird with a bug net?
You can. I've done it.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
You're my pet now. Get in my net.
You're my friend now. We're having soft tacos later.
Yeah.
The birds are the hardest things to catch with the net.
Oh my god, Groose just got caught beating an old woman.
Wow. Sigma male.
Sigma male moment. But yeah, no, we'll be coming to this place a lot throughout the entire game because it's important. This is where a lot of the more serious, important story beats happen because this place is all sacred and very important to the goddess Hylia and the demons
This
and all
is
that.
holy ground.
Right, yeah. It's called the Sealed Grounds. Oh yeah, it's called the Sealed Grounds because this is the specific area where they have sealed, imprisoned, locked away the demon monster of this game.
They locked away the
Spoilers.
bad guy.
Right, yeah.
Spoilers.
Well, it's not
don't
really
you see him in the first episode?
It's not really spoilers. Because you have to fight him a couple times throughout the entire game.
Whoa! Spoilers in a Zelda game?
Well, not really. It's about to happen.
Spoilers in a
like 5
10-year-old
minutes.
Zelda game?
Is it just me, or does that old lady almost her face almost look like Gino?
I've never seen that before. Yeah. Oh.
I can kind of see it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Confirmed for Smash.
Maybe the next game.
Yeah.
Yeah. How are they gonna follow up after Smash Ultimate?
They won't.
Some people said revamp.
I don't want them to. Like, it's so hard to predict the future for Nintendo as of right now, at least. Because think about it. Like in the past, like Nintendo with their consoles have like generally released a year apart from the PlayStation and the Xbox consoles. So like they roughly release around the same time. But when it came to the Wii U, it ended up being a failure. And that like the Wii U like released roughly around the same time as the PS4 and X1. So like, but the Wii U was a failure commercially, everything, like failure all around. So in order, like they were losing money with each game they produced for that console. So they had to like jump the gun a bit with their next console.
This shit's going hard.
So,
Oh my god.
they had
crazy.
they had to do something sooner rather than later and produce a console like 3 years ahead of the PlayStation and Xbox. And so like, but now that we live in 2023, like we're a couple years into the PS5 and X series, like we're like over half a decade with the Switch. Like we can definitely see that the Switch is showing its age. So we don't know if they're going to release it around the same window as like the PlayStation 6 and whatever the fuck Xbox wants to name its goddamn console for.
Xbox Evolution
Xbox,
X.
that actually sounds fun. So we don't know if they're gonna wait for that or update their hardware sooner rather than later again, just so they can catch up to, you know, all the newer games that require more processing power. I know there are like rumors of that Switch Pro thing being a thing, but
I think it's gonna happen, but none of those rumors are true.
well, like,
you know what I mean?
I feel like
they're going to make something like it, but those are not true.
well, like no, that's my thing, Landon. Like I feel like it's going to happen. I think we've been saying that for a couple years now.
It's gonna happen. What a lot of people
I feel like we're kind of getting to a point where, like, if people are gonna like be interested for like a new Switch, like they're gonna have some kind of Pro, because the OLED was kind of disappointing.
Not a pro. It wasn't a Pro. It was just giving the Switch a PlayStation Vita screen.
It had like a better. Like I think like literally like one of the only things that was actually like worthwhile for the OLED was like the better kickstand. That was about it, and otherwise it was just like a bit of a better screen, and like I think they changed the Joy-Cons to like be less likely to have drift. Maybe I think, and then other.
Industry-wide, like all the Joy-Cons, they added a little thingy to prohibit drift more so after the OLED came out. So I guess that might be a part of it.
Maybe.
Something like that. Otherwise, it was just a Switch that was like a little more expensive.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest with you. Have you guys seen anything on Fire Emblem Engage?
It's only what, day 2 of that game coming out?
No, like for, you know, like the characters, the main characters.
Oh, the freaking Aqua toothpaste guy.
Colgate.
Yeah.
Is that the one with like the fucking
Are they getting already out?
style?
Yeah.
I swear to God that they made that because of the OLED. Because at first I was like, these characters look so stupid. But then I saw the art style of the entire game. It's like so saturated. Like I feel like whenever I play it, it's like, hey, wish you had an OLED right now. Check this out. Ooh, this would look cool with an OLED. Ooh, look, this lady's hair is red and blue.
Do you think
perfect for an OLED?
Do you think they stylized the game in a way that'll only look good on an OLED screen?
Well, it looks fine on mine, but I would not be surprised if they went in a direction where they were like, this will look fantastic on an OLED. Check this out. Buy an OLED. Buy this. Buy it. Buy the OLED. Do it now. Buy it. You know?
Maybe. I don't know.
The more I play it, the more it feels like that.
Okay. at least graphically, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the entire point with the OLED screen, but whatever. Yeah. Coming back to my point, like circling it back around to Smash. Smash has had a game on every console, Nintendo console, since the N64. So I feel like maybe they would do it. It feels like a traditional standard.
They're not going to drop it, but also Sakurai is pretty much done. So not only are they going to have to figure out how to make a new one, they're going to have to figure out how to make a new one with a new director, probably.
Right, without Sakurai. Has he been on record saying that he's done with the Smash franchise?
I don't think it's been an official, like, I am officially retiring, I'm never doing it again, but he's definitely in a lot of interviews being like, I don't really want to. Like, I don't really want to do it anymore. This was kind of
That's a fair assessment.
This kind of thing. Because with Ultimate, he was like, I want to do everything I regretted in the past, basically. Like, I want to put these characters in, do this stuff, and then...
The Ultimate was definitely like a let's go all out kind of Smash Bros. Game.
Right.
And I mean, he's been on record over and over again saying, like, they will never do that again, and whatever happens next is just going to be new ideas rather than, hey, here's a billion characters and a billion more. Here's fucking Rossetti from Animal Crossing. Here, you can have them.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, because getting all of the licenses for the characters and stuff,
Right,
like
yeah.
that alone was probably like such a crazy task to try to accomplish. There's no way they would be able to do that again.
Yeah, I'm about to say only for that game.
Oh
They'd
yeah,
have to
no,
do it
because
all
like
again.
they do have to renew license with every single
Yeah.
game, right?
They're
Yeah.
not going to do that.
Right.
again.
Yeah.
Which I mean, that's why some people like think that maybe if like the next game might be some kind of like remaster or something, because I don't think that applies for remasters
or
or like re-releases or whatever.
Yeah. I'm not
It
sure
doesn't.
either.
I do wonder if they
But,
would,
like,
though.
Yeah.
I do wonder.
But I feel like
it is the biggest ever. So
yeah,
I wonder.
it is the biggest one, and like Josh said, like so many licenses, freaking Disney.
Yeah, seriously, like so
Yeah.
like
You were making a joke about them having as many licenses as like Disney's trying to get, but I genuinely forgot that like Disney is a
Disney
part
is
of their
in Smash
licensing now.
Bros.
That's so weird.
No, it is kind of weird. Like when you boot up Smash and see like all the copyright stuff at the bottom of the screen. Disney's like the last one.
it's just a fucking block of text like with how much shit that's in the game.
Right? Yeah.
They
So-
have Disney licensing without any quote-unquote Disney characters. There's not a single reference to like a original Disney character in the game. They took them all out. It's just Sora and like the people who originated
I mean,
from Kingdom
yeah,
Hearts.
like yeah,
It's only
they'd rather
licensing for Kingdom Hearts. not
they'd
Disney.
rather represent the characters that were made 20 years ago rather than 120 years ago.
I wanted to see Mickey smack the shit out of Sephiroth. I'm sorry. That's what I wanted.
Oh man. But I think we can all like predict that like maybe when Nintendo does come out with their next console, it'll probably just be a remaster of Smash, because Smash Ultimate rather, because that one's like the swan
They're gonna
song.
remaster Super Smash Bros. 64. I think that's what everybody's
But
looking
they need
for.
to re-release it in some form or fashion, dude.
That's
Like,
what everybody wants. Is
Yeah.
the original 8 characters.
but
I mean, Smash Ultimate gives you pretty much all the characters from Smash 64. Just don't unlock any characters.
yeah,
Just don't play the game. It's fine.
Just don't play the game.
Just keep it on your shelf. It's fine.
yeah, but like, but also with like the console stuff, like the Switch is still selling like hotcakes. So like, it'd probably be too soon to have like a new console from Nintendo as of right now.
I just don't think they're gonna think about that until after Breath of the Wild 2. I think they're gonna let that run its course. They're gonna give it DLC. Other games are gonna come out while that's happening, and then they might be like, "Okay, we did it."
Like I'm
move on.
of two minds of the thing, because there's that where like I feel like the Switch is still doing popular enough, but at the same time, you know, a lot of games are getting more bigger. The Switch is starting to show its hardware age, and you can't really like how many like a lot of the big AAA games that they have on Switch are cloud versions. It's not necessarily the case for everything. You can still fit something under a cartridge, but that's
Well, it
also
can't
another
keep
thing.
up with the other ones, but-
Right, yeah, it can't keep
Yeah.
up, especially now in PS5 X Series era.
My
So-
question: a lot of people want it to, but I honestly almost feel like it doesn't need to with just how Nintendo games are in general. I'm not saying I don't want a new one. I want one.
For
But
console?
yeah, I just mean like Nintendo games I feel like have always been what am I trying
Special.
to say? They're not. They're special. They're not as like graphically or performance intense as like the other consoles. They've got their own thing and
Right.
they kind of run with it. And for those games, it works completely fine. It's when they try to bring PlayStation, Xbox games to Switch, and then everybody's like, "Wow, this is a piece of shit. This is terrible."
Off Sonic Frontiers.
Yeah, it doesn't
It's not
fucking
that
work.
bad. Okay, it's kind of bad.
I played the demo. It's bad.
Oh yeah, no, the opening hour of Frontiers on the Switch runs like shit, and that's the only time it ever runs like shit. Besides the point. So yeah, I'm like, yeah, you know, it as of right now, it's hard to tell what the direction with the gaming consoles are going to do now. Like, what I would personally like is just, you know, let the consoles run throughout the entire decade, then update it. Probably won't happen, but like if you think about like the previous generations, like the lifespans have usually been about like 5 or 6 years, and we're already in year 6 of the Switch.
Yeah, the Switch has been out for a while. We're starting to get close to that point where like they're gonna have to make a new console.
This is also the most successful they've ever been ever, so I
Right.
wonder if that's going to affect anything. I feel like this is a point where we are kind of in the dark because they've never
Right,
been in
because
this
they
position
may
before.
want to, but like with how big they want their games to be, and also this is a pre-Tears of the Kingdom era. We don't know how that'll run on the Switch because we're gonna assume that it's gonna be bigger than Breath of the Wild.
I think it's
So-
going to run the same. I don't.
You
It's
think?
not going to be 60. It's not going to be 30. It's gonna. It's gonna chug. I think. Unless they somehow,
Like, Breath of the
unless
Wild-
the 5-6 years they took to make it, they miraculously took that engine and said, "This is how it runs perfectly on the Switch now." That has not gotten a single upgrade in power throughout the course of the development. Who knows?
Yeah, I don't know. That's the that's the weird thing about being a Switch fan in 23. Yeah. I guess we'll just have to wait and see.
Oh,
Yeah, we're gonna have to kind of because I mean like the way that Tears of the Kingdom seems to be like at least a lot of the new like stuff in the air, it happens like above the original map of Breath of the Wild. So like, you know, they're probably gonna have to do some crazy optimization for it to run at a stable frame rate, depending on what they're like how they're gonna present that in the game.
Right.
do you
yeah.
think there's going to be another like full-on first-party Mario game before they move on? Do you think Odyssey 2 is going to come out?
I don't know.
I feel like I've heard rumors of an Odyssey 2, but I don't know if it's gonna happen anytime
I feel like
soon.
that's coming out of people's ass. I'm just wondering if you think it would happen in the next year or two.
No, like you do bring a good point. It has been a while since a mainline Mario game. I'm just realizing that. So like, I don't know. Oh, what a freaking icebreaker.
Okay, here's an interesting idea from new Mario game.
Hmm.
New Super Mario Bros. Switch. Yeah, that is a joke, by the way.
Oh my god, Splatoons and Zelda?
Yeah. Who knew?
Love
Rest
that
in peace,
game.
Joy-Con boys.
I think that Skyward Sword and Splatoon should do a collab where they give Link a gun.
Giving Link a gun.
Exactly.
And then they give the Inklings the Master Sword.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
they just start slicing the fucking Inklings apart.
Okay, that's an
crazy.
interesting idea. Interesting idea. Better idea. Splatoon with real guns.
Splatoon, but you put them in Warzone and give them actual guns.
Whoa, what is-
in the trenches?
Whoa, what is
Duty
up?
trench
Guerrilla
warfare.
warfare, baby.
Whoa, what is up with this red ink?
Yeah. Why is it all red? He must be the enemy team. We're blue, they're red.
Hey, why is red ink coming out of me?
Wait a
Why
minute.
does it hurt?
Why'd they send kids into a war zone? It's child
That would be a
soldiers.
scary awakening.
Oh my god, it's over already.
Oh wait, no, it's freaking because isn't like Splatoon like the freaking post-apocalyptic world type stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah, Splatoon takes place fucking like 20,000 years after humans went extinct or something like that.
Yeah, I knew it had like some sort of weird world building. Freaking, let's do like a pre-apocalypse.
Now?
Yeah, so just like let's see a pre-apocalypse Splatoon game. Freaking, they're experimenting with like squid DNA and all that shit. It's
just war
It suddenly
between humans.
becomes a Resident Evil game.
Alrighty, gonna start
Nintendo
recording
Resident
now.
I mean that could be interesting because like we don't really know like if they're going to make like a fourth Splatoon game, like what direction they're going to take it in, because like the third game was the end of like the main story.
Oh, did they? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Splatoon 3 story mode was the end of like that main story that they started with like the first game or whatever. So like I said, it'll be interesting like where they take the game for a fourth game, if they even make a fourth game.
They're making too much money. They're putting like Inklings next to like I'm not even kidding. They're putting Inklings next to like Mario and Link in promotions because of how big the IP is.
Yeah.
They're gonna make another one. I think they'd probably do something. I'm gonna take Xenoblade for reference because Xenoblade 3 was like the end of like the trilogy.
Yeah.
But they already went out and said like we're not even close to stopping, but it's not gonna be this. They might just do something like that where they're like it's Splatoon, but
go
it's
in a different
new.
direction.
Yeah, or like make a
Splatoon.
sequel to Xenoblade X and don't freaking have a badly designed final boss that you
How
can't.
about they
freaking
bring
use your-
X to Switch first
So
so
you
that I
can't
can
bring your
play it?
you can't use your fucking mechs and bring them back. You have
Let
to
me
reload
play
your
the
save
game
state.
first, then we can talk about making a sequel.